Hello and welcome to Ride on the PC. This is going to be just a really general overview and maybe just one race and just to have a look at it. Now, if you've seen the other videos on my other channel from the MotoGP games, you'll know that I'm a huge motorbike racing fan. In fact, I did a lot of tracks and a lot of commentaries for the different tracks and bikes and things like that. So, huge fan. And I saw this from Milestone and I thought, Milestone games, some of them have been a little bit hit and miss. And a couple of the other last MotoGP games can go suck my cock as far as I'm concerned, because we got a console port. It was dreadful. They basically abandoned it. You couldn't get online. It was just an absolute clusterfuck. And I gave the big finger up and said, "Fuck you! I'll never buy another game again." But I do like my motorbike games, and as you can see on screen, the graphics are really quite good on this. They seem to have. I think it's probably been a matter of, if we fuck this one up, we're done. Because we've really fucked the community up on the last two games who've supported us, and this is our last chance. And what they've actually done in this game is it's created more of a Gran Turismo feel, but for bikes. So have we got a trophy, a new trophy game? Well, let's see. At the minute, you can customize literally everything, and I mean everything. The chain, the intake, the lights, mirrors, brake pads, helmets, gloves, everything can be customized. There is a noob, sort of a noob simulation, including a real physics simulation, and we're going to look at that in a minute. I'm going to jump into a race, my first race, and I'm going to be using the helmet cam. I always race in helmet cam. It's much more immersive, a little bit more difficult, some people say, but it feels more arcade when you're actually using it on the external views. So here we are. This is my very first race, Bigger Stickers. Racing in China, or is it Japan? I'm not sure. And yeah, graphics, as you can see, quite nice, apart from the bug-eyed weird expression. So we're going to go straight for this view. As you can see, graphics are quite nice. I've got everything up to the tits on here, apart from motion blur, which I turn off. I think it's horrible. And also anti-aliasing is on 4, which I could probably put this up because I'm getting around 90 to 120 frames a second, so it's running rather sweet. So this first initial couple of races, I am going to have the racing line on because I don't know the tracks as it is, and it's a matter of getting to learn this bike, learning the track, where I can get my foot down, or should I say my hand back, where I can give it some and where I have to come off a little bit, and just getting used to the whole handling of this. Every motorbike game that I've played has been completely different, and this one is certainly no exception. As I can see, it's the old matter of, oh, look at that, beautiful. I took that rather nice if I don't say so myself. It's a matter of slow in, fast out. It's always been the same rule. Sorry, mate. Slow in, fast out. It's always been the rule. And you know, it's on some of these corners. As I'm getting used to it, I'll maybe in the middle of the road. Just get the helmet on. There is a helmet cam mode. I like to really get close up to the barriers on some of these turns. I overcut that a little bit, so we'll try and learn that in the next time. Handling wise, this is not on the Pro Simulation one, that's actually on another race, so I'm actually just getting used to the bike at this stage. When you first begin the game, you get a choice of 3 bikes. I went for the Triumph Triple, purely because it's a beast of a bike, really got some good reviews. See, I like to get right up there against the barriers. It's a great bike, it got some amazing reviews, and it was a bike that, had I not had my bike accident, it would have been a bike that I actually had. I actually had a Quacker Kawasaki, and I rolled that off and smashed my hand up, and I haven't been back on a bike since. Why, you ask? You should get straight back on. Well, as I work for myself, I use my hands, don't we all, lads? I use my hands for my job. I'm a creative director, so if I take my hands out, yeah, I'm going to be unemployed, and I had to have some pins put in, so it did put me off a little bit. Audio wise, while not totally amazing, it's definitely better than the previous MotoGP games, which just sounded like fucking lawnmowers, let's be honest. Starting to get a little bit used to it. I always overcut it on that corner there. Yes, it is a matter of personal preference. I did read up a little review that said that when you customize some of the exhausts and the intake filters and things like that, it doesn't seem to change the audio much, dare I say it. Supposedly there are 110 bikes in the game, so there is a lot, I mean a lot in here, including some of the classics and some of the super bikes. Oh shit, I knew it was going to go Pete Tong at some point. One thing I do wish this game had, and it's something that I wish that the other MotoGP games had, is it feels like it almost needs another effect of speed. Almost as if the helmet should vibrate and shake a little bit more. That little bit sense of speed, it feels, even though, you know, we're doing nearly 180, 90 miles an hour down some of these straights, it doesn't have that feel about it. I know when, I've got to be careful what I say here, when you're pushing up towards the speed limit, grin on face, the helmet it's deafening for one if you haven't got earplugs in, and secondly, the helmet raises up and it literally does shake you to pieces. It just feels like this game is missing that, almost like I haven't got motion blur on, but I know it doesn't add that sense of speed to it. It's just actually, I will have to do another video in motion blur on and see how it goes. I'm told it affects your frame rate hugely, but if it does give us that feeling of speed, then I'll definitely be putting it on, and I'll deal with the extra frames that I'm going to lose. Also, there is no weather in this game. Again, no racing in the rain or anything like that, which is a real shame, because with the visor, I mean, look at Formula 1 from Codemasters. They did the rain on the visor and it looked amazing. Pity they can't get that in, and there's also no variance in the time of day or weather. So pros and cons. This is really just a little general overview video. I'm not going to really give it a thumbs up or thumbs down because I haven't really done anything. This is my first race, but so far it's probably the best motor racing game we've got in a minute. I say that with caution because I know a lot of people like Tourist Trophy, but for now on the PC this is probably the best we're going to get for a while, with the amount of bikes and tracks, and there's courses near like Wales and all sorts, so there is track racing plus street racing. I haven't had a look at multiplayer, as I said, this is my first race, but I will get around to looking at that if people want me to have a look at it and give you some feedback on it. But yeah, in the meantime, this has been Ride on the PC on max settings, and you know what, it's actually not that bad. It's certainly a lot better than I was expecting from Milestone on this. I was expecting it to be a fucking turd, and it's actually not that bad, even though I fucked that race up. And I'll leave the game running so we can just have a look at the replay. But in the meantime, if you want more, give us a thumbs up. I am an idiot. I play these games for fun, although I like to play my simulation games, as you know. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'm sure I'll be doing some more. Thumbs up. See you soon. Bye-bye.